All right, everyone, welcome back. We do things here. Time for another deep dive. And this time we're digging into Echoes of Destiny, or at least a pretty insightful review of it.
Always an adventure, these deep dives.
Yeah.
And you're right, this review, it really caught my eye. Let's see if the book lives up to it, shall we?
Right, because we've all seen those titles. Echoes of Destiny, Navigating Life with Purpose. It's a lot to promise, even for a book title. So for our listeners, let's lay it out. We're going full-on literary detective here,
Sure.
dissecting not just the words of this review, but what it hints about the book's actual value.
Exactly. Anyone can slap a fancy phrase onto a cover, right? Transformative odyssey, profound understanding. It's practically a self-help starter pack. What we want to know is there substance behind those claims?
Okay, so let's talk substance, because I got to admit, when I first skimmed this review, the cynic in me was like, here we go again, another change your loaf manifesto. Then,
right?
well, the reviewer mentions this book helped someone actually finish writing a novel.
Yeah.
Like, not just dream about it, but actually do it. That's kind of hard to dismiss.
And that's what I mean about tangible change. It's one thing to talk about feeling empowered. It's another to actually take those steps,
Right.
like achieve that long-held goal like the reviewer did. So point for Echoes of Destiny there.
Point for the book. I like it. Scorekeeping. Okay, but then it gets a little fuzzier, the whole captivating narratives angle. Did that feel genuine to you or kind of like a marketing ploy?
I had the same thought. But the reviewer goes on to describe this story about a mountain climber, right? Uses the book's principles to work through a serious crisis of confidence. That tells me these aren't just abstract concepts. They're woven into stories that pack an emotional punch.
Oh, okay. So maybe it's not just me who's a sucker for a good story. But seriously, it does make a difference. Even if you're not out there, literally climbing mountains, that kind of relatable struggle, that's powerful. Makes you think, could this book work even if you're not, in full-blown life crisis mode?
That's the sense I got. It's more about tapping into this idea of your true self, which I'll admit can sound a bit cliche.
Well, absolutely. Like, who hasn't rolled their eyes at that phrase at least once, right? But maybe there's a fresh take on it here.
That's what intrigued me. The reviewer makes a point of contrasting this true self with chasing external validation. So it's less about fitting into some mold, more about figuring out what success actually means to you personally.
Okay, see, now that's refreshing. Not just another hustle harder, achieve more message. We're talking self-discovery, maybe even a little soul-searching here. All right, Echoes of Destiny. You've got my attention. So we've got potentially engaging stories, a different angle on self-discovery. Anything else jump out at you from this review?
One more thing, actually, and this might seem minor, but the reviewer mentions the book's design, calls it elegant, inspiring even.
Interesting. They say not to judge a book by its cover, but
But a well-designed book, it adds to the whole experience, doesn't it? Shows attention to detail, like the creators cared about the reader's journey.
totally agree. Ever pick up a book with, like, a super cheesy cover and instantly feel skeptical? It's like, if they didn't put effort into that, what about the actual content? Right. So good design. That's a point and savor of Echoes of Destiny.
Absolutely. And it ties into something else. The review mentioned the idea of winding paths.
Winding paths.
Yeah, they were describing the cover art, but I think it's a fitting metaphor for, well, life, isn't it? Self-discovery, it's rarely a straight line. There are twists, turns, unexpected detours.
And maybe that's part of what this book is getting at, that it's okay if your journey isn't linear. It's about the exploration, the figuring it out as you go.
Precisely. And with that in mind, I'd say Echoes of Destiny might be worth a look, but it really depends on what you, the listener, are searching for.
Yeah. Exactly. If you're after those quick fixes, easy answers, this probably ain't it. But if you're up for a little introspection, a journey of self-discovery, and you appreciate a more thoughtful approach, well, it might just resonate.
And that's the whole point of these deep dives, isn't it? We unpack the good, the bad, and everything in between. Then you decide if it's something you want to explore further.
Couldn't have said it better myself. Echoes of Destiny, winding paths, who knows? Maybe there's some wisdom hidden there for us all.
Always a possibility.
And on that note, we'll leave you to ponder those winding paths. Until next time, happy reading, everyone.